Now today we're going to be talking about how Isagi is adopting Snuffy's philosophy. The more I see this match play out, the more I think Isagi can become Snuffy's successor more than Barou. If you haven't read the latest chapters, well, Barou has completely stopped the tactics of the Ubers and wants to go off on his own again without any strategies that Snuffy has given him. Isagi on the other hand has started to pick up Snuffy's tactics despite not being on Ubers and has caused his own style of strategies through Snuffy's own philosophy. Now Snuffy's philosophy is that football is a job. He has designed his team as a business where he is the CEO and everyone around him are workers who follow under his strategies. If the strategies do not work, then he will take the blame and will find ways to solve it in the future. Now this philosophy is not bad and did work for Ubers, but it robs them of their individuality, causing their egos to not bloom as well. This type of system will work well for everyone except players in Blue Lock with high egos like Barou. Snuffy has multiple tactics and strategies planned in place for many different situations and has formed Ubers into a cohesive team that works together and excels in teamwork, the complete opposite of Moonchan. Now Isagi has adopted this philosophy but has twisted it into his own approach. He has formed different strategies, but instead of having everyone move in a certain way, he instead revolves around the chaos that his team brings and makes his own strategies by using any of the teammates as he wants. With Metavision, he at times can be a god on the field, manipulating people and taking control of the game. Mainly in this Ubers game, Isagi's main strategy was to wait for Ubers to lose the ball in their attack and for him to go for the goal during the chaos after when the Ubers defense wasn't fully set up. It was working for a while until Snuffy entered the game, causing Uber's formation to completely change. Throughout this game, Isagi is loving the input of new strategies. As he gets more into the game, he's thinking a lot more now than he ever has before and realizes how fun it is to come up with strategies and figure out how he wants to score. This Ubers match is a high strategy chess match, and you cannot just walk around the field everywhere like you could during the Manshine match. Isagi starts to feel the intensity of a world-class football match and understands what it's like now, seeing everyone feeling out the opposition and figuring out what the next move should be. We see Isagi dozing off at times and spacing out, trying to figure out the way to win. Incorporating these new strategies is something that Isagi's always had, and now he realizes more than ever that he needs to come up with these strategies to be able to win against Snuffy. We have seen him now go over many different designs and tactics to figure out how to dismantle this Uber's defense. He has been doing well so far, but still comes up short to the goal. As the NEL continues to move forward, we see Isagi adapting to world-class football matches. He has now fully gotten used to the environment and has become an amazing player because of it. When first entering the NEL, he wasn't sure what to expect and knew that the competition would be fierce. But after playing for some time now, he has fully established his role in his team and can now take to the best of them. Isagi and KiiNGKhyy are literally carrying this team in offense and defense because of how well they can see the game. He is now part of a team where he is one of the main factors on the team and is helping them get closer to achieving victory. Isagi is eventually able to read through Uber's tactics after processing so much information. He is now coming up with strategies that overtake even Snuffy's and is working on finding a way to score. Ubers have countless strategies and tactics, and Isagi can eventually find some of the weak spots and pinpoint how to get the ball. We did not see this a lot at the beginning of the game, but now he's able to fully take over the game at times and is still working on overcoming Snuffy's brain. He has continuously been able to stop Uber's offensive plans and has stopped Barou multiple times now. We have also seen Snuffy praising Isagi. He knows that Isagi reads the game well, and Snuffy also has Metavision, so he is able to position himself in better spots to prevent turnovers from happening. We've not seen Snuffy praise anyone else outside of Ubers, and this lets us know that Snuffy has done well focusing on Isagi and understanding his playstyle to have a counter against him. This was a small subtle conversation between them, but it was so good to see Snuffy highlight the fact that Isagi can read the game well. Snuffy also does not give his opponents time to think, just like Isagi. Isagi usually waits for the opposing team's offense to try to score and use momentum from the chaos of not being in position to then try to score. Snuffy is the same way and does not give his opponents time to think. He works his team like a continuous motor, always working non-stop. Their playstyles are starting to seem more similar as the game goes on, and even Isagi is wondering just how he's able to stop Snuffy with his world-class brain. Snuffy has many designs in his head for how to go about things, and Isagi has a lot more to work on if he truly wants to win. Isagi still cannot get into Snuffy's brain, and he is trying to analyze his thought process. With this, Isagi realizes that everything Snuffy does is to maximize the effectiveness of his team. He isn't an egotistical striker like the other masters who are just trying to score when they come into the game. He's using his abilities to help his team score goals with the tactics he came up with. Snuffy's thought process is making sure the rest of the team follows their tactics like a watchman. He's not there to score himself, he's just maximizing the team and helping them succeed. With this, it makes sense why Snuffy is able to outread Isagi's Metavision so easily. Instead of trying to score and always surveying the field, Isagi will have a hard time containing him due to this. He comes up with a plan to force Snuffy to react to him so his plays are not limited. And with this, we have Isagi using Raichi to be able to surpass Snuffy. He tells Raichi to man mark Snuffy and become an annoying pest, so that way Snuffy is limited to less options. This way the attacking pattern Snuffy can use will decrease, which will allow Isagi to use the process of elimination and figure out who the ball is going to. He then comes up with a plan that the ball is most likely to start with Lorenzo, and he intercepts it and is able to seize the future faster than anyone else. He still falls short though, as IQ comes up to him and marks him due to Snuffy being marked. At this point, Isagi still realizes that his football IQ is still not world class yet. Eventually, Isagi does come up with a design that is able to surpass Snuffy, but due to Yukimiya's slow pass, it could not get across fast enough before Snuffy could intercept it. Just a half-second misalignment was all it took to not be able to score. This is the reality of a world-class game. You cannot make those kind of mistakes, and Isagi knows that wholeheartedly. His vision was dead on, but yet he could not fully realize his design and come away with the goal. He knows that in that one moment, his strategy and imagination surpassed all of Uber's strategies, but yet he could not score due to him and Yukimiya not being on the same page. He thinks to himself that he would have scored if they were on the same page. Isagi gets upset with himself and is frustrated that he cannot come away with the goal. Isagi does take blame for the strategy he came up with. He realizes he cannot cry all day about it and must get back in the game. The reality is that he did not score, and for a striker, all that matters is results and goals. I like how he was able to snap out of the frustration of not scoring and went back to playing immediately. During the match when he did not score, he was not the same way. He knows that at this level, if he cannot produce results, then all those ideas are garbage. He's showcasing his philosophy of Noah Noah right here as well. Now we see that Isagi is able to keep reading Barou, but eventually Barou gives up on Snuffy's tactics now that Isagi can see through all of them. He sees how Barou was able to make everyone bend to his will and ideas and follow him despite hijacking the team. The very same thing that Isagi desperately wants. Barou was about to accomplish it right before his very eyes. He does not want to lose to Barou no matter what, and this is huge because they both are trying to take over their teams and have everyone follow them. Isagi and Barou are very similar, and Isagi also moves like a king in his own way, manipulating everyone on the field and using his pawns to score. These two have both learned a lot from Snuffy and are now coming up with their own strategies to win this game. As this game gets closer to its finale, I expect Isagi to come up with another goal scoring strategy that will surpass everyone on the field again, and Mu Chen will win this game. Isagi just needs someone else to read the game the same way he does, and when Hiyori comes to this game, it will be over. Well, I thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back in the next one. Peace.